All right, I think we're live. Yes, good. Looks good. Looks solid. YouTube switching over. Twitch probably doing the same. Awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another RSG lunch stream. I'm Ranger J1999, your host, a part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here. Tuesday, we got past Monday, F Monday. Let's get into it. This is our lunch hour. This is where we hang out with you guys for the next hour. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to do a roster review. Hijinks will ensue. I don't know what's going to happen. So glad to see everybody here in Twitch and YouTube. We're dual streaming both. If you can do me a favor, follow us on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on the video. It really does help us get our message out there about what we're doing with RSG. But shout out to everybody in chat that I see right now. I've got Revenator, Moss Mike, Jason Hommel, Woodle. That's the name I haven't seen recently or I'm not familiar with. But so welcome to the channel. Some guy named Grim. I don't know who that is. Gav P. Proper Catches here. So glad to see everybody in chat. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. We're bringing you something fun to listen to during lunch, whether you're listening to us live or you go back and listen to us later on, which I have a lot of people that do. We got Clone Troop 211. We got Lang. A lot of good people in there. Makwa. Tylo Man 92. Ouchie Dumpling. Oh my God. Lady Ouchie Dumpling herself there. Oh my. And then, of course, Helenix pimping his propaganda like he always is. But we support that propaganda, I'm just saying. But not too much propaganda, Helenix. Don't get crazy. I will find you, and I will hurt you. No, I won't do that. I'm just messing around. Also joining me is my boy, Grim, the mechanic. What's going on, Grim?
Good morning, afternoon, konnichiwa, konbanwa.
Konnichiwa.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Glad to have you guys all here. So we're going to get into our normal madness like we always do. So today, let's just go into the game real quick. I wanted to say that it's Credit High Day, so something amazing happened, Graham, that has never happened to me before.
You got 5 mil?
I got 12.5 mil.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I had to look at the number. I had to stare at it. I didn't believe it because usually I get 5 mil. The most I've ever gotten is 7.5. Usually I've gotten on the lower end. So when I saw that, I was like, and CHS0187 is not following us. Okay, I've got to go to, hold on guys, I have to turn this crap off.
There goes your luck for the next month.
Okay, there we go. I know, right? Well, we're going to test it. It could be a great day, so there we go. So, I was just shocked. I've never seen that amount before. So, question from Revenator: where's Finity? Did Ranger finally lose over his shenanigans to get rid of him? No, Finn's just really busy. So Finn's really busy with work right now.
No idea where Finn is, yo.
He's really
There's
busy.
no way you'll find his body out there. I mean, I have no clue where he is.
Listen, people disappear. If he doesn't want to be found, he doesn't want to be found. But anyway, no, he's just really busy with work. His boss is scheduling meetings right when we're doing the lunch stream a lot, and it just makes it impossible for him. Plus, we're doing a lot of videos, as you guys can tell. So he's been cutting a lot of videos for you guys. So we have one on mods and the mod video is about how to recognize which mods you want to slice and the color scheme and all that stuff. It's a great video. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Really insightful. We are going to be doing more mod videos this week. We're going to do one for beginners, for like starting from the beginning, where you should farm, how you should farm, when should you go to the store, those kind of things. There's a lot of questions we get about mods, so we figured, you know what, we're just going to put a video out, and then from that point on, we're like, go check out the video. Because we covered mods a lot on this channel. So just want to make sure you guys know that. So get ready for some more videos about that this week, too. So, and Ray Rock says it's very helpful. Yeah, he said he just finished watching it. Thank you
they
very
are.
Much.
I got lucky too. I got 7.5 just now. Wow. What is happening?
What is going on in the world? But I want to test my luck, Grim, before we start getting to the roster view. So I am going to. I'm farming speed mods. So we're going to the mod challenge, and I'm going to see what I get out of here. Let's I need big money. Use my mod.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Mods. All right, come on, no whammy, and stop. Let's see what I got. All right, we got 5 mods. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's look at them. Ooh, okay, one's got speed. Oh, we just had somebody else following us on Twitch. We got the notorious BFG421 following us on Twitch. Very nice. Grim's watching Twitch. We are looking at you guys over there. Hey, Neo Venom.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, be sure to put a question.
I'm watching
the word
YouTube.
question.
Grim's watching on Twitch. We are following you guys, so just You know, if you have something to say, go for it. Okay, well, let's see what else I got. So that was pretty good. Let's see what the triangle is. Oh, poop. All right, we'll roll these grays and see what happens. You always want to roll grays when I'm going to show that. Okay, no, 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 maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky on these secondaries. All right, well, we're going to go roll these mods. So let's see what we get from the actual rolls. So we got these mods. Okay, we'll take it. Let's go see what we get with our mod set inventory. So let's look here. Let's manage mods, and we're going to sort by speed. Always want to sort by speed. This is how I do. This is how I organize my mods. And let's look here. All right, let's upgrade this. Now this is a green, so we want to update this to 9, so we can see what the other 3 stats are. Nope, didn't hit nothing. That will be sold. Let's upgrade this to 9. See what we get. Any speed? Come on, speed. Nope. Oh, that sucks. Well, was there offense on that? Offense? No, stupid. Offense. I'm actually going to keep that one. It's got a plus 45 offense, and it's got offense on the stat. Well, they all have offense on the stat, but I always look and see there's an offense one. So that one I'm going to keep. So I'm going to lock that one. That's actually not a bad mod for offense. All right, we go to the triangles. Let's see. Did I get any triangles? I thought I did. There it is, the 1A. Oh, it didn't have anything. Health protection. That's a crap mod. That's been sold. All right. Let's see our diamonds. We had 1D here. Okay, let's upgrade that to 9. See what we get. All right, we got a speed hit. So we'll go ahead and finish. No, we'll continue this. And we'll lock it. Maybe for the future we'll do that one. I think that was all I had for those, I believe. Yes, let's go to the circles. And let's see what we get. I think they're all on the bottom. They were all gray, but let's see what we get. We want to roll these to 12. Nope. Next one. Nope. Crap. And last one. No, I don't want 15. I want 12. Nope. Crap. Damn it. All right. Let's see here. I know I thought I got a cross. Could have sworn I got a cross. Maybe I'm missing it. I'll find out when I go to sell, because that's usually when you go, you see it. So we're going to go sell. Let's see. Okay, I have an arrow. Okay, that's sold. That. Oh, that had a force. Okay, I did miss one. Okay, that one. No, I thought I got one. That one's getting sold. All right. Sell. So we have an arrow. It's got creative warnings, but let's see what we get with it. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Come here. I have to upgrade you. All right, hit speed. Possibilities, creative avoidance. Good tanking mod right there. It's got tenacity and protection. I like that one. I am going to actually slice to see what happens next. All right, more tenacity. Yeah, that's a good tanking mod. I'm going to actually keep this one. It's got speed on it as well. All right, let's go back here.
Nice.
One. Yeah, I'll take it. There it is. Let's see if we get big hit on the speed here. Come on, big hit on the speed. Big hit on the speed. You son of a... Well, we'll just have to wait for tomorrow. See what happens.
Yeah, you're making me go through my mods and try rolling them all up.
I need more speed mods, so, you know.
Everyone needs more speed mods. Even when you think you have enough speed mods, you still need enough speed mods.
So, and then when my energy comes back around and comes up, I will use it to slice. So you can see that's my plan of action. So, okay, there we go. We tried, guys. We really did. Nothing happened. Sorry. We did the best. Well, we'll keep doing it. I'm going to keep farming speed mods and see if we can get any big hits. So I'm going to be doing that for a while because I need some more. Why not stop at level 12? What do you mean, Smoke? I didn't go past 12 unless it hit speed. If it hits speed,
yeah,
I'm gonna max it out at 15 because eventually I'm gonna slice it and see if I get hits on the slice, even if it's green. You never know.
Yeah, like with blues, you roll it to 3 to see if it gets that.
Yeah.
Or no, purples you roll it to 3 to see if it gets that extra stat.
If it doesn't hit anything, then I'll eventually sell it. You know, so
blues, you roll up to level 6.
Yeah, if it hits speed or a stat that I like that one that hit offense,
Straight
Um,
to 15.
yeah, I'm going to take it to 15, and then I'm going to
Then
lock it.
slice it.
Make sure you guys are locking your mods because you don't want to be like Urza or T Money back in the day and sells all the mods. If they're locked, they don't pop up and you can't sell them. And so that's something that Grande showed me to do a long time ago, ingrained it into my big fat brain, and I've been doing it ever since. So it's a good tip for you boys and girls out there in TV land to always lock your mods. Alrighty then, we've got a roster review to do today, like we always do, Graham. I'm going to pull it up right now. All right, let's pull that up. And today we are doing. Hold on, it's not no, stupid. We are doing Eternal Revan 66. And they are in Death Star Delinquents. I would just like to say, Graham, that on both the top and the left, we are getting a full Pokemon explosion of just Pokemon.
I think it's trying to tell you something.
I don't know what it's trying to tell me because I'm not buying Pokemon. I'm not into Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's fine. It's not me. Why can't that crap be Voltron? Amazon, step up your game. Star Wars, Voltron, Robotech. Hell, Robotech would just make me just geek out. But no, I get stupid ass Pokemon.
Oh, they just released a new line of Robotech toys in Japan.
I know, Grim.
And
don't try to tell me about Robotech. I know everything about Robotech, all right?
They're 14.
I don't want to talk about this. I know what they are. They're amazing. Shut up, Grim. I can't get them. I don't want to talk about it. It's going to depress me. We've got a roster review today. We got to do Eternal Revan 66 roster review, and they're in the Death Star Delinquents. So again, shout out to them. So we got to do that. All right, so let's see what he wants. He says, I need a mallet counter and help with mods mostly. Also, an idea of which faction to work on next. Well, we can do that. So you're running Darth Revan. You don't have Malik. I understand how that is. Let's see where your Malik is at, though. We're going to go right to your characters, and we're going to look at your Sith Empire.
If it would load.
GG is doing this again. It's all the stupid Pokemon stuff. I can't do anything because it's just stupid Pokemon. Pokemon.
Yeah. There we go. It finally loaded for me.
Okay, there we go. Do we have... I'm afraid to do filters. More Pokemon. All right, I'm afraid to do filters a little bit. Let's try it. Sith Empire.
Sith Empire.
Okay,
they're all 7-star.
Does not have Malik unlocked. Aha! All right. So, your only counter to Darth Revan with Malik. I'm not seeing a lot for this. So, here's the problem with the Darth Revan meta right now. It's speed. If their Revan, and especially their Basilisk, is faster than you, you're hosed. You're done. Because those two are going to go first, and it's a done deal. Because you get all that crap on you, you get feared. The other guys on their team go, you can only do basics. It's ugly meta right now. So your only hope is to have a fast Darth Revan and a fast Basilisk. If you outspeed them, Eternal Revan, you got them. I don't care if they have Malik or not.
Let's see here. Let's see what his speeds are. His Darth Revan is 314.
That's really good, but I mean, I'm 311, and that's why I'm working on speed mods.
Oh.
And it's slow because I understand where you're coming from, Eternal Revan, because there are guys on my shard that have 327, 328 on their Revans. I can't beat them. Now, I don't have Malik on the team yet. Now, I just took my Revan to gear 10. So I'm trying to get him to gear 11 and then gear 12 and get him on the team. I'm farming his shards. But yeah, I understand. I need to put the Zetas on, so I'm not quite there yet. So I'm running Scion and Thrawn. I'm not dropping in Arena, but I can't really climb into the top 5. I just can't beat those teams. I can get into the top 10, but that's why I'm farming speed mods. I need better speed mods. So I'm hoping to hit something and start. I'm just going to farm speed mods for a while till I get big hits. But
yeah, his Fallen Basilisk at 282.
That's still really good. That's exceptionally good. So, but that's the thing you're going to run into. And with Malik on the team, if it just makes that team crazier because Malik gets a free shot at you, and it's a cascading effect downhill. The only really decent counter I've seen is if you're Revan slower, you're done. Now, Jedi Knight Revan with Anakin does have some success. However, I wouldn't rely on that because I'm pretty sure they're going to do something about that. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm at a
Well,
loss myself right now, Eternal Revan, as to what to do. And it's really just get your stuff faster. Now, you having a 282 Basilisk is really good. If you can get her, I think the one that Urza faced was 145 on the Revan and 150 on the Basilisk. She was like 300 speed. He
yeah.
had no shot. Now, if you get your Basilisk to go before their Basilisk, you got a really good shot because your Basilisk is going to go before theirs, and that makes a huge difference in what happens. So,
Well, and also you gotta work the fear.
yeah, the speed on Basilisk is
Never,
way more
never
important.
use fear on the dude that you're attacking
Yeah.
because it'll pop the fear and it'll waste it.
Mm-hmm.
Always use it on somebody else. That's one thing that's nice about fear against Darth Malik is if Malik has fear over his head and you pop one of his tears that makes him take a bonus turn, he can't do anything that for that bonus turn because fear will take it away from him.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a nightmare scenario, but you're in a pretty decent state with your Basla being that fast. Now, I haven't done anything with my Basla, switching mods for my Thrawn, she's going to get his mods until I get Malik. I'm fine where I'm at. I'll get 250 crystals a day. I get 50 from Fleet plus the other ones. I'm only spending 50 crystals a day on refreshes, so I'm in a good spot. But it's making competitive PvP ridiculous. It's just about speed, and that's who enjoys that. It's not about creativity or coming up with counters. It's just speed. Now in the Jedi Knight Revan team, it didn't matter if their Revan went first. You could counter that. This meta, it's different. If they go first, you're done. I've tried different comps. It's pretty nasty. Even running Anakin, mine's only 11 and 11.5 on the gear. I've got a couple more pieces to take him to 12. I'm waiting to see what they do with him because I could take him to 12. I'm hesitant to do it. So it's really bad. People are getting exceptionally frustrated with this. Even top tier players because it's like it's not about skill. It's about mods. If you have God mods or not. If you have God mods, then you're not going to drop. If you do have them, you're set. You're going to not move much, and it's this way I'm seeing it in my shard. Now I can't speak for everybody else in the shard. Maybe you guys are seeing something else. I do that Helenex, and it just doesn't work. I've tried all kinds of things. It's just I can't even get my Thrawn to go. He's feared.
Even with a really high up Thrawn against some of these teams, your Thrawn just sits there and watches the Darth Revan
He just
team
sits
beat the
there,
crap out of
and
him.
he usually gets targeted first. It's ugly, man. It is really an ugly meta right now. So I don't have a straight answer for you, but just play. It's an arms race right now for mods. The only thing I can tell you, and we're going to look at your mods, is that you're just going to have to keep farming speed mods and see if you can get hits. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next month because it's
Yeah,
just crazy how
pretty
ridiculous.
much thanks to CG, we're going to be stuck with this for a while because they won't allow us to come up with any good counters for it without them nerfing it.
I disagree
So
with you, Moss Mike. Maybe you have something, but Revan Basla goes. Usually my team's dead. It's dead. I can't do anything now. I'm not running Malik. Now you maybe have Malik, and that may make big difference. So I'm just telling you from what I'm seeing and what others are telling me. Now Malik is a game changer. So when I get him on the team, it may change it. So, but usually if they go first, it's big trouble.
yeah,
Um,
some of the top tier Revan Malik teams, they will kill one of your characters
it's nasty, man.
in the first turn.
Yeah, so you have Malik. I'm not running Malik, and that just makes it even worse with Malik on the team because mine's not ready yet. So when mine gets in there, as soon as I get the Zetas on, he's going in. I'll have him gear 11. He's going in. I don't care that he's 5-star, but um, it's really bad. So I think we talked enough about that. I just don't have an answer for Eternal Revan. I'm at a loss at it myself. I guess play the arms race, keep farming speed mods, see what you can get out of the store, or farming them like I'm doing right now. I'm doing both. I check the store to see if there's any mods that pop in there. I'll buy it if it's a 5-speed on a speed on the secondary, but that's all I can do, and see if I get lucky on the hit. And then I mean, I don't have any other answers for you. So he
Like
says,
the dude in rank 1 on my shard right now is at a 326 Revan and a 307 Bast.
mm-hmm.
It gets pretty darn brutal.
It's nasty, but he wanted us to go through all his teams and see who he wants to farm next. So let's just go through his teams here. Bounty Hunters look fantastic. Really fantastic. I love this. Great job on your Bounty Hunters. Nothing really need there. Maybe if you want to work on, you could possibly do something. I want to look at your first order. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No work need to be done. Zeta possibly for first order Stormtrooper. That would really round out that team for you. But that's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
This is a very well organized and well done roster so far. Imperial Troopers, again, brilliant. No issues there. Maybe work on some gear for Range Trooper, but let's see what else you got going on. But really, really good job with this roster. Nice sisters. Let's look at that. I don't need to look at your Jedi. Awesome. Even Zombie or Spirit is gear 12. Oh, Jesus. Rebels.
Very
Pretty sure you have everything. Yep, they're amazing. Great job on the Rebels. No, God. Let's look at your scoundrels. That's usually.
Except for the beautiful bald man is only gear 4.
Oh no. Well, we'll have to work on that. Now this is where you could do some work. Now you've got the pieces since you've got Darth Revan. You don't have Darth Malik, but you're gonna need the gear level anyway. So let's start working on Vandor, L3, Kira. You already have your Canderous mission, Zalbar 11. The Scoundrel teams with your Emphas 2, taking them to 12, and the Zetas is where I would go with your team. Looking at the rest of your roster, I don't need to anymore. It's Scoundrels. So you're going to need the power to go get Malik. So you're going to need Canderous, mission, you already got mission HK done for the dark side, but you're going to need a Canderous, Karth, you're going to need, where's your Karth? That's what I want to look at. I don't even see Karth.
Yeah, he's gear 11 with a Zeta. I'm looking at most of his old public for Darth Revan, and it looks like he's going to need to work the mod game to get him over 17.5.
Well, he's got plenty of time between now and then. So Karth, Canderous, Zalbar, Mission, Juhani. You're going to need to work on them, their gear anyway. So that's a great team on defense. That's where I would focus your gear next. Emphas, throw that in there. Now, your Emphas, you can get to 12, put the Zeta on. Once you get the bayonet on her, she's ridiculous. But then you can work on your young Han's 7-star gear 10, your Kira's 7-star gear 10. You saw yesterday me struggling with that 3v3 team with Kira, L3, and Vandor. It's a pain in the ass. But that team is really, really fantastic. You've got your L3. Your Vandor just needs gear. He's 7 stars. Your young Han's there, so you can go Kira, L3, Vandor, throw in an Emphas if you want a defense or saver, and then you go young Han, young Lando, or Emphas, young Lando. I mean, it gives you a lot of things. So if I'm going to go gear and I'm going to go stuff that you want to work on next, it would be that. You're going to need some of those characters anyway for Malik, so might as well work on them to gear 12 so that you're ready to go. I highly recommend the Zetas for mission or for Mission and Karth. Zalbar's really nice, but it's not needed, but it's really good. Definitely the priority is Zeta on Emphas. You need that Zeta on Emphas next. She's really nasty with the Zeta. So if anything, I would say Zeta and Emphas next. Get her to gear 12 first. And then start getting these other pieces in place. Your other teams are really, really super solid.
Yeah, I'd say the most important one, though, out of those would be Vandor.
No, I disagree. I think he's got to finish Emphas first. Because you can use Emphas right now to gear 12 with Zeta and really get a lot of more. He's going to get more play out of that Emphas than he is the Vandor. Now,
True.
Vandor does need gear, so that's fine. And if he wants to work on that, that's fine too. And he can probably get him to like gear 11 and then wait to gear 12 him, right? But the emphasis with that Zeta is nasty. So I know Xylo, I'm doing this. Get out of
I
me.
spotted one Zeta that he absolutely needs that will actually help against other Darth Revan teams.
What's that?
He doesn't have a Zeta on Fallen Bastila.
Yeah, that's a really, really good Zeta. So that could be
I just spotted that right now when I backed out.
Yeah, finisher up your Sith look fantastic as well. No issues there whatsoever. However, I'm not seeing Sith
gear
Trooper.
12s.
Oh, there he is. Yep, they're gear 12. He's right in the middle of the damn screen. But yeah, Fallen Bastila, maybe Zeta, then do Emphas, work on those scoundrels. That's going to really give you some more depth for defensive teams in Territory Wars and Grand Arena. You can put the Karth team down. You can put the Kira team down. It's going to drive people nuts. They got to use really good teams to beat those, and that saves up more of your other teams for offense. So the more depth you have, so if you can go Bounty Hunters, First Order, Karth, Kira, that's 4 teams that you put down and you can forget about it, right? Maybe you can put a nice sister team down with like a Xeris, that's 5 right there, and then you just make the decision: do I want to leave Darth Revan on defense? Do I want to use him on offense? So usually that's kind of how I look at defense. The more these other teams that I can get up when you get to our level, because you're 4.3 something GP, I'm at 4.2. That's how you have to kind of play it. These teams that are really good, that force them to use good teams, can be beaten, but still have to use a good team against it, and just gives you more pieces for offense. And if you can be efficient on offense and still have a solid defense where they have to be on their game, that's really the end goal. So I think those scoundrels are really where you need to go, Eternal Revan. So let's look at his mods. His roster is a great roster, man. I have no problems with your roster whatsoever. So we're gonna
somebody say mods.
I thought
Hi.
Look who it is, everybody. Finn showed up. Look, it's Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, the Troll Extraordinaire.
I heard somebody say mods.
Well,
so my
then,
spiders.
if you got the thing up, I'm not going to say anything else. You go and look at his mods, Finn.
Okay, let me go look at his mods. Hold on. Okay. He is heavily gear 6 seed, which is good. He has a lot of gear 12, so he's able to justify going to the 6C mods. His mods are pretty much on his arena team. Yeah, I mean, he has some of them scattered, but again, when we look at this, the question is, what is the impact of trying to do an maybe like a super optimized set or something like that, right? But he's getting rank 1 in arena, so why would I bother changing that? So I have no issue with his mods. His mods they're
fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Was there something in particular he wanted us to look at?
Help with mods mostly. I don't know what help he needs. He's done a fantastic
job. You've done a good job. Now, if you're looking for how to like make optimal sets, right, then we can talk about that, because I can look and see for sure like some of your sets are optimized, some of them are not. It all just depends on what you're going for. But the question is why, right? Why are you going to optimize, for example, your arena team? If you're getting rank 1 in arena...
Did you just see what Neo Venom put in Twitch? He said, Voltron is a pile of junk. Gundam all the way. Gundam?
Them's fighting words.
Neo Venom, we gonna fight, me and you. We gonna go out back and have us a duel. Nah, everybody has their own taste. I don't care. Shout out to Fusion Gamer. I haven't seen that name before in Twitch, I don't believe. He says, sup, guys? Is on Twitch. And Paps.
Hi, Mascanada.
And then Slap Meathead says hi. So hi everybody in Twitch.
Hi.
And then Mascanada. Where's Mascanada? Oh,
Mascanada in YouTube said hi.
She wasn't gonna say hi until you showed up, and then she says.
Oh,
hi.
she only says hi to
Finn. Right? So,
I see how it is, Maz.
Maz. Thanks. That makes the rest of us feel great. If why don't you and Finn get a room? All right, seriously.
So when you're looking at mods, I mean, the question is, what is going to be the benefit of basically trying to create like a super speed set or something like that for your arena? And maybe it can make your team a little bit more difficult when it comes down to Grand Arena and Territory Wars. But for the purposes of arena, I mean, your mods are fine
I
because
don't
they're
see
able to get
any
you rank 1.
weaknesses on this, man. He's done a really good job with this. I was
Mm-hmm.
just going through and scrolled, and I'm like, what do you want me to help you with? My God.
Let me look at his offense secondaries. And I mean, potentially offense is something you might want to focus on. I see a lot of your top offense mods are scattered. So offense may be a secondary stat that you want to start looking at a little bit more in order to get your characters higher. I'm looking at offense secondary with offense sets now. And yeah, so
Did
one
you,
of the things you may
Moz?
want to work on in
Did
terms, so
you?
look at mod stuff, is you don't have a lot of high end flat offense secondaries on offense set. So if you're looking for something potentially to farm, that may be what you want to look for. Because I'm looking at them, and I mean your top offense secondary on an offense set is a 131 that you have currently on Chirrut. It has a offense percent secondary, but on a cross, you actually want an offense percent primary.
Really, really damn good mods, man. This is a
Oh yeah, he
fantastic
has great
job.
mods. So now we're looking at little things, right? We're looking
Yeah,
at the
this is
higher
so
level
good,
things on
man.
what he can do in order to get even better. And really, the only thing I can tell you is offense mods with offense secondaries is what may be the next thing you want to look for, because that's the next kind of trend we're seeing a lot more in terms of just overall damage dealing, right? We're doing that with Grandmaster Yoda. We're doing that with Han. People are doing that with Jedi Knight Anakin now. We're probably going to have something similar with Ahsoka once we get a little bit more with the Galactic Republic. And so we are going to be doing a lot more probably with offense. And so because of that, I think offense set with flat offense secondary is maybe the only thing with mods that you want to work on. But other than that, I mean, your mods look fine. And if you really want help with optimizing anything, then we can definitely help you. But they
Yeah,
look
you
fine.
can message us directly on that. But real quick, Neil Venom said, I just hit 3 million on his main. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And then I think we've covered everything on this roster review, but Slap Meathead said roster review exclamation point. Slap Meathead question mark exclamation point.
Yeah, because you pronounced it wrong.
Slap Meathead. I like slap better. Slap Meathead's better. Guys are saying my volume is lower than everybody else's, so let me turn it up a little bit. There we go. All right, so that should increase.
That may be the first time in RSG history
I know,
that
right?
people have told Ranger to turn up his volume.
Right? Right? Science.
Wow.
But Finn, for Slab Meathead, aka Slap, I like Slap better, but we'll go with Slab. It's your name. If they want a roster review,
I think you're still saying it wrong.
Slab Meathead.
Slab me at head. That's what he's saying. He wants you to slab him at head. So slab me at head. That's what it is.
Finn, just tell people how they get a damn roster review. Good Lord, I'm trying to segue and you're being all douchey.
His name is Slab Me at Head. I'm saying.
I'm not dealing with this today, Finn. Just tell people how they get a damn roster review.
Head on to the RSG Discord. The link is in one of the little areas underneath our video in Twitch, and then on YouTube, you'll see it in the description. Or you can just go to realityskewegamers.com/Discord and just message me, Finity. Say that you want a roster review. Please include your GG page. Make sure that I respond, that you are added to the queue. If I don't respond, then chances are that I missed your message, and so that you can then message me again in like a day to make sure that it's there, so I can add you to the queue. But I will send you a message when you are in the queue saying you are in the queue. And the wait is about a month, so as it gets closer, if you guys want to message me asking me how much longer and stuff, I don't mind that either. So that's pretty much it.
Maz Kanata says Ranger is my favorite GA guy. Well, suck on that, Finn.
I don't really like GA. So
well, then you aren't her guy. Bang,
not for GA.
Bang, bang! I stole Maz from you. All right. Now, we are taking questions, guys. So if you have a question, make sure you put question in front of your statement. I should have said that at the beginning of the show, but I got too excited with basically for what I wasn't going to get in mods. But make sure you put question and then your question, to put the word question, then your statement, and then we'll scoop it up. That's how we scoop it up. I'm sure I'm going to have to do that because Finn probably doesn't have any of the Nightbots open. Correct, Finn?
I have the YouTube one. I don't have the Twitch one open.
Well, I don't think we've got any in Twitch yet, but if there is any, I'll check it.
Yeah, no questions of Twitch yet.
Okay. Well, then I have the YouTube one open. Revenator question: where is Finity Ranger? Did Ranger finally lose it over his shenanigans and get rid of him? No, I had actually a meeting.
I already explained all that. Oh, Brad Johnson had a question, but he didn't. I just caught it. He says, "How are you modding Anakin?" Well, currently, let me pull up my roster now, and let's look at it. What did I do with Anakin? I just remodded him.
See, I told you. See, he just put in the chat that his name is Sla B Me at Head. See, it's even a B with
Whatever.
the
That's so 2019. So I went crit damage and crit. You see, I went crazy with the crit here. So I went crit damage sets, crit chance sets, a lot of crit chance, as much as I get. So that's what I went with him. So there you go. All right. Oh, we have an event? Oh, God, more mods. Finn, I'm getting more mods from these events.
I know. They really need to increase the number of mods that you can store. It's getting silly.
Yeah.
I have to say, as somebody that loves mods, right, and I love moving mods around and trying to create sets and testing things out, I am very annoyed by the limitations on the number of mods you can hold. The fact that they are increasing the number of mods that you're getting, which is nice, but they have made it so that there's no easy way to sell it. Like, if I have a mod, and it's so annoying. I'm on one character, and I'm looking for mods that I can potentially sell, and there's a mod that's sitting on Biston that I want to sell. I have to go to Biston and unequip it and sell it, or I need to replace a mod on my current character to equip that mod, pull it off of Biston, waste credits in order to get it on there, and then go and unequip it to sell it. Like, the mod system is fine, and I shouldn't say fine. I don't like the way that the mods level up either. That's a whole different thing. But the way mods are, they're usable.
With you. He says, want to buy more slots, please.
Yeah, this is so stupid. I don't know what else to say. I feel like they don't have a long-term vision on some of these things. It's not just mods, right? We see it with ships. Like, they put these things into games, and then they don't have an idea about where to take it from here. Ships is kind of at a dead end right now. They don't release nearly enough ships to justify a whole different game mode for it. Meanwhile, mods is maybe the most important thing in the game, and it seems like it's one of the most ignored. They added all the filters and stuff, which is nice, but honestly, we had GG for it. We could have done this all with GG anyways. So it's not like this is providing a huge service. It's a really nice one that they have it in game, and it allows you to search for the mods that aren't on characters. I would have much preferred a better way to sell mods, a better way to actually sell the mods when you're on any screen, more mod storage. I mean, these are the things that are more important than anything else. The really only good thing I think that came out of the mod update that I think really changed the way we did things was the mod loadouts. Mod loadouts was a huge help. The rest of the stuff is all superficial that GG did anyways, and I think they need to focus more on the selling of mods and the actual maintenance of mods. Because right now, it is unbearable. The way that people are getting emails in their little inbox saying that they have 5 mods just sitting there because you completed an event, like, that's just stupid. And then you have to ask them to go through their mods to sell 5 mods. You know, most people don't even have enough time right now to deal anything with mods, let alone go through their mods and figure out which ones to sell. Like, I'm going on a rant. I'll stop.
I like it, Finn. When you get angry, it's a beautiful thing.
I get annoyed with stuff related to mods. As you can tell, I like mods, and it's really annoying when things at mods make it so that I don't like the game. If you make me, who likes math and everything related with math associated stuff, not like mods, something is wrong.
All right.
That's all I can say. There is something wrong with mods.
All right. Let's get to some questions. Well, we did get one here in Twitch, so from Slot about ahead. Question.
Slobby me at head.
I'll say it however I damn well want at this point. Question. Recently geared up my 7-star Traya with both Zetas. Congrats. I see most people giving her defense and tenacity. Is that correct, or is there a better solution for a triumph for team in GATW? Nope.
There's a couple of different ways.
So it depends. If you're making her the lead, especially if you're using her against Jedi Knight, Revan, and stuff like that, that's why we did heavy defense, protection, and tenacity back in the day. But people are using her on offense. Now, you probably want to go with a different route. Finn, do you use her in a different capacity than the lead?
I use her in lead on offense against Jedi Knight Revan.
There you go.
So I mean, the modding isn't wrong. There are 3. Okay, so yeah, to what Ranger's saying, there's kind of 2 different uses for her. One is to make her heavy offense, right, and just deal a lot of damage, and that's going to be kind of your generic one. The other one is a counter to Jedi Knight Revan. And if you're using her as a counter to Jedi Knight Revan, there are 3 stats in particular that you're looking for: defense, tenacity, and protection. Those are going to be the main 3. The reason why is that Jedi Knight Revan will constantly reduce your health, right? And so you don't want to be focusing on health. You need a massive protection pool so that it becomes very difficult for them to break through the protection, and then you can attack and then get your isolate off. So what you're looking for is one of those 3. Now, my Traya is modded heavily in protection. I did not really focus on tenacity that much. I do have tenacity on my cross, and that's pretty much it. There's some tenacity secondaries that are kind of flying around in there, but for the most part, it's all pretty much just protection. Now, set-wise, tenacity set is fine, right? So it's a tenacity set, but I'm not focusing on anything besides tenacity set with protection primary, and then the cross with tenacity primary. Everything else primary-wise is protection, except for the arrow. You can make that crit avoidance if you want. It's up to you. I still want protection there. So I have protection primary on the arrow, the triangle, and the circle. The cross is tenacity, and I have 2 tenacity sets and 1 health set because that was just the way that the protection worked out for this. So defense you can do as well. Defense is another one where you can try to reduce the overall damage. I think a crit avoidance arrow, if you're really worried about that, is going to be a little bit better. But I would focus on tenacity and protection as your 2 main stats for Traya if you are using her for defense. If you're using her for offense, then for offense, what you want to do is offense set, and you can go with speed secondaries, right, to get her fast. You can also go with a lot of offense primaries in a speed set, but typically it's going to be high speed on an offense set as what you're looking for. So just something to kind of keep in mind there. There's a few different ways that you can do that, but yeah.
All right. Let's start getting to some of these YouTube questions.
We're getting a bunch of questions in Twitch now, too.
Are we?
Yep. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
Well, we have the orders. I'm looking at the times and everything, so we'll get them in order
Finn,
here.
you're in charge. Go for it, brother.
All right, so first question. Oh, I have to expand this here. We got more questions in YouTube.
Science.
Let's see. Tilo Mad question: any news on Anakin nerf? Wanted to get the pack to help me star him up, but the rumor nerf has stopped me from farming and getting the pack.
Well, you still want to farm for a ship. I mean, if he's a character you're working on, he's still a decent character, but I wouldn't buy the pack.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you want to do. So we discussed this. I don't see a way they can nerf Anakin, really. I mean, they can, but I don't think that's going to solve the problem. The problem is the ferocity that happens on Darth Revan.
Yeah.
And so they have to somehow address ferocity if they're going to be trying to do this. Because it's not just Anakin, it's also like Grievous. Grievous's AoE has also done enough damage to do crazy amounts to the Darth Revan team. And so it isn't Anakin, it isn't Grievous, it's the ferocity. So I don't think that they're going to be nerfing Anakin. It's a guess at this point. I know everyone is fearful. I don't think they're going to nerf Anakin. I think they're going to somehow boost ferocity with Malik or something like that, which is one of the suggestions that we gave on the other video we made last week. But Anakin, if you can, I had Anakin at gear 12 with a bayonet even before the update. So I still like Anakin's kit. So somebody that still likes Anakin kit, I can tell you that he's worth it. His ship is really good. Minimally, you want to try and get him to gear 11. I don't know if you want to get the pack for him. That's up to you. That's how you want to spend your money and stuff. So I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should or shouldn't. But he is good at gear 11 and with his ship. So if you're not farming ETA, definitely put it somewhere on your list. 'Cause I don't know what your other priorities are, but it definitely should be on your list.
A good way to do things about this is whenever it comes to CG talking about nerfs and stuff, always prepare for the worst, because most of the time the worst does happen.
So Anakin's gonna get deleted from the game?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you said the worst.
They're gonna nerf him to where they're seriously gonna nerf his damage, I think, because that's just how CG works.
You said the worst, and I gave you the worst, and
Next
you said no.
question, please, Finn.
Just saying. Let's see. What else? 73. Just a reminder for Grim to get his credit heist done in case he forgot like the previous time. How did everyone do on their credit heist?
12.5 million.
12.5?
12.5. Nice. Science.
And I got 7.5.
Nice.
There's
I got 5. I'm happy. Here. I didn't get below 5, so I'm happy. There we go. Let's see. Hellenix. Can you remind viewers to check out and share the GoFundMe for our man Paul Anthony and his wife Kristen?
Oh yes.
Yeah. If you go into our Discord, we have a channel called Community Announcements, and that's for you guys to post anything that's kind of like community based and trying to get help and that kind of stuff. And we do have the link to. Actually, did he put the link? No, he didn't even put the link. Paul! Oh my god. He posted the status of the GoFundMe last Friday, but didn't put a link to it. I'll put the link to the GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah, it's in our show from last week. So
I know. He forgot to put the link.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, Paul. Yeah, we'll put the link in there so that you can. I'm gonna put it in right now, actually, as we're talking. In the community announcements, you guys will be able to see it, and you can go there and support Paul. Next question. Rubber Duck Mafia. I'm not even close to Revan, or I'm not close to Malik. Who would be the best 4th and 5th for the team? Currently using GK and Bastila because my Sith trio isn't close either.
Ooh. You don't have Scion. Sith Trooper is an option as a tank.
Mother Talzin and Zombie.
Yeah, Mother Talzin and Zombie. That's a really good one you can use.
For Arena. Now, Grand Arena and Territory Wars changes everything because you don't necessarily want to cannibalize your Night Sister team. But for the purposes of Arena, yeah, Mother Talzin and Zombie seem to prove very, very useful.
Yeah, that's really be your best bet. If you don't have one of those tanks, either Scion or Sith Trooper that you can run with like your Thrawn, then the Mother Talzin combination is really good. Not great, but good.
Mad 92. I'm gearing up CLS and R2 to gear 11. My Han and Chewie are already there. Should I gear 12 them all to finish them off, or should I start gearing the Old Republic for Darth Revan and Mal?
Finish your Rebels, then go to your Old Republic. They're right there, so you might as well finish them. And Han, especially with the Zeta
Han
and
and
the
Chewie at 12.
But yeah, I would finish those guys up. You still have time, and then go back in and start working on your Old Republic. Yep.
I would say just Han and Chewie, personally.
No.
I would leave CLS and R2 for now, but I would go Han and Chewie, get a bayonet on them, and then move.
No, I'd say...
Of course, it also depends on how close you are to getting Revan.
Yeah, we don't know the level of your character, things of that nature.
I'm going to assume that he's going to have everyone ready.
Yeah.
Because of what he said, that he's starting to gear up the Old Republic, so I am going to assume that he has all the stars, and that's a good point, Grim. I'm making the assumption that he has all of his stars. And so, yeah, then I would say...
Because, to be honest, the most important thing is that you get Revan. You know, Han and Chewie are fine at gear 11. But if getting them to gear 12 makes you miss Revan, don't do it.
Well, he won't miss Revan because of that. He might miss Malik because of it.
Yeah, Malik's the thing. It's not...
Yeah,
you'll
you
get
don't want
Revan,
to miss
but...
those.
Yeah, you don't want to miss him. But yeah, I think CLS works fine at gear 11. The only thing he gets at gear 12 really is the multi-tool, which allows for the lifesteal, which is nice, but it's not really necessary. R2 definitely doesn't need to go to gear 12 immediately. He's fine at gear 11. You just need to make sure he's modded correctly. Han and Chewie with their bayonets are really, really important. So them I would definitely take to gear 12 and just add the bayonet. Depending how close you are, kind of to what Grim was saying, I would make sure that you're not sacrificing getting Malik. And all of the Old Republic are actually really good. You'll basically create 1 or 2 extra teams for you in Grand Arena and Territory Wars, potentially more, especially if you go to 3s. So, yeah, I think Han and Chewie with bayonet would be the only one, but otherwise, just continue.
All right, next question.
Next question is Nathaniel Morgan. Question: have you seen the crew counter? Shout out to It's Just Ian, very good player. Yes, actually.
I've seen it.
I did watch that.
It's fine. I don't buy it. Sorry. And don't get me wrong, It's Just Ian is fantastic. And if you guys haven't checked out his channel, you should. I haven't seen enough from the crew to say yes to. I just don't. I'm not on the bandwagon yet, but maybe it turns out to be the way. We'll wait and see. He comes up with really creative solutions, and I really like It's Just Ian. He does some really creative stuff, but I got to see more before I go tell people, oh yeah, use your first order crew team. You know, that's great. But if anybody's going to come up with some craziness, it's going to be It's Just Ian or my boy Van Zel and those bounty hunters. My God, he's ridiculous. Yeah. Those guys come up with stuff. I'm just like, how did you think of that?
All right. Next question. Let's jump to one from Twitch.
Yeah, let's do something Twitch.
So we have Fusion Gamer said, would you rather have... Oh, really? Oh, I'll get back to that. That's a fun question we'll end with. Yeah, it's a fun question. We'll end with it.
Then, yeah.
Darth Scion 1972. Question: if CG uses the Sith ships for Malik capital ship, but I don't have Malik yet, but all the ships farmed, how bad would it be if I couldn't even do the event?
Welcome to Capital Games, Star Wars Capital.
I'm in the same situation as you, so if that happens, then I will get a ship without a pilot or something. Then I'll have a pilot without a ship and a ship without a pilot.
You know, to be honest, I doubt that they'd really like.
You think that they wouldn't, right? You think that they would release the character again at the same time they do the ship, but they released Malik's event not at the same time as Revan and Malik and Darth Revan, right? So they don't do it anymore where they release the character at the same time as their prereqs.
And to be honest, I seriously doubt Malik's getting a capital ship. At least not for a long time, because remember, they said they're done with the Old Republic for a while. It's all gonna be all Clone Wars stuff, so I expect maybe a General Grievous capital ship or a Newt Gunray capital ship before Malik's gonna get one.
Yeah. But I think there is gonna be a Sith one soon. I think they're gonna come out with a
Ravager.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's bound to get one of those.
I really wish they'd grab one from Legends and give us the Emperor Super Star Destroyer, the Eclipse. That could be an Empire and a Sith capital.
Sith.
Don't you agree, Ranger? The Eclipse class Super Star Destroyer was probably one of the coolest looking ships.
It was. We ain't getting that. So.
All right. Next question, Moss Mike. I've been debating applying Fallen Bastila Zeta. What makes her Zeta good, considering it was deemed to be useless for a long time?
Plus 50% potency.
Yeah.
That should be enough for anybody.
That's pretty much what it is, right? It was useless before because you were using it on a Treya team, and
it wasn't
the effects weren't beneficial.
I had it before, and it saved my Bastila and my Treya's butt on multiple occasions.
I didn't really do anything for me. I didn't see anything where the foresight would have really made any difference, but it's yeah. I mean, she was good without it. That was the main thing.
Yeah, that's true. She was good without it, but she's even better with it now.
Yeah, with Darth Revan, kind of changed the perspective on Fallen Bastila. That's the main thing. It was deemed useless before Darth Revan. Then Darth Revan came out. They made the changes, and then that's why. So, Next question, Hawthorne. Both players have Darth Revan, Darth Basila, Malik teams for 3v3, but mine is faster. Do I put mine on defense as he likely can't clear it, or save for offense so I can clear his if he puts his on defense?
I would put yours on defense. On the top front wall.
Defense, and make it a battle of attrition on who can beat the other Darth Revan without using their Darth Revan.
Yeah, he ain't getting past yours.
I mean, if he saves his, right, then you're going to have an easier path to get through.
Oh, yeah, he's not beating your Revan.
Guzza Buzza, question, which Grand Arena format is y'all's favorite? Mosh Pit, tiered, 5v5, or 3v3?
5v5. Hands down my favorite.
5v5 Mosh Pit is mine. Because you can just see everything and just plan everything up front and not waste a lot of time trying to strategize over territories. Yeah. I know it sucks. It takes away from the whole strategy concept, but it makes it easy on my life, and I'm not a fan of Grand Arena in general, so there you go.
I'm fond of any, because all I do is I hit the join button, that's it.
Which is how I got my first win, by the way. The guy in the first round didn't even attack. He put everything on defense, he just didn't attack. So
I mean, maybe one day I'll like GA, but right now it's just a waste of time for me.
Chewie, has CG said anything to you about saving Anakin? No, they have not.
They don't talk to us.
They're not good.
I don't think they're going to do anything to Anakin. That's my guess. It just doesn't make sense with what the problem is. Chewie, what do you think is coming for May the 4th? I was thinking about this the other day. Grim, do you want to have your roster roasting on May the 4th?
If you can get people to
we will plan it for May the 4th. Everyone can keep an eye out. We'll officially announce it soon, but I think we should do Grim's roster roasting on May the 4th. I think that'll keep everything Star Warsy. Mm-hmm. But I think they're just going to do their typical thing. I think they're going to maybe do some double drops.
I think we're going to get a big reveal for the new territory battles.
And we might actually get the new territory battles.
And we'll get Clone War Chewie shards. That's important.
I don't know if they'll... So, normally, I would say that would be awesome if they just kind of did that and kind of trolled the community. After this week, I think they have to be careful with the trolling. I don't know how well the trolling is going to go.
That's tradition at this point.
Happy May the 4th. One shard of every Han Solo.
All right.
Not the worst thing they could do. Okay. Let's see. Mas Kanata, who should I give my one Zeta to between Malik and HK? Both need all their Zetas.
HK.
Malik.
HK.
I'd go HK.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main reason is both of Malik's Zetas are more situational.
You've got to have the Maker one on
you need the Maker one on HK to really synergize with Darth Revan. The problem with Malik's is that both of them are situational. One of them you need him to like crit on him, right, or put damage over time effects, and those aren't necessarily the easiest things for him. And then the other one requires him to go 100% health, then 75%, then 50%. And if you are facing somebody that has stacked a lot of protection and health, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to get that triggered. But his entire loyalty to the Maker ability is reliant on Darth Revan and the enemies with protection up, not being able to gain turn meter and all of that. Like, that's kind of critical. So
I really like the Jaws of Life.
Zeta.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like
Every time that triggers, he's gonna kill somebody.
But your HK, your HK.
Actually, you would go with loyalty to the Maker first. Yes. I think I would do the self reconstruction one where he gets the increased damage if the target has Death Mark or Fear.
I mean, you want both of them on HK.
You want both of them on Malik too. We're trying to like.
But if I'm going to pick one, for me it's the Maker.
I think I would do reconstruction on HK first.
And Maker, man, totally 100% Maker.
But there you go. We have no agreement whatsoever.
I say Jaws of Life because we
have no agreement whatsoever on this.
Finn says the opposite of Ranger, so there we go.
Trust the guy who kicks ass in GA, Maz.
Trust the guy who has
So in
all the
other words-
Zetas. And what are you differentiating between?
So in other
I'm
words,
a
go
better
ask
man,
Urza.
Maz. We're homies on GA. Trust your homie.
Yeah. In other words, what he's saying is go ask Urza.
No, I'm not gonna ask Urza. Urza's gonna send me to the hall and get me drunk. I mean, that's great and all, but I'm not gonna be like, Ranger, you need a VIP treatment. I'm like, well, thank you, Urza, but I came to talk about mods, Urza.
For the Darth Revan team,
Yeah.
where are you getting protection up in order to justify the loyalty to the Maker? That was the only thing I wasn't sure about.
It's not about that. I mean, your HK. I mean, so when you look
Well,
at
that's the Zeta. The Zeta is when you can level up the entire ability up to the Zeta, but the Zeta is just enemies with protection up.
yeah,
Have the stuff, but it helps against Jedi Knight Revan, but Jedi Knight Revan dies anyways.
Wow.
So if he's a leader, enemies with protection up can't gain turn meter bonus. Who are the
turn
protection
meter.
up if you're doing a Darth Revan mirror?
But that's so key in the beginning, man.
What?
It just trust me, it's the Maker. It's just really good.
Well,
But you do
and
whatever you like.
personally, the reason why I don't really like either of those is, of course, like Finn said, that's only really good against, say, Jedi Knight Revan, and his reconstruction or his self-reconstruction. You don't really
Y'all
need it.
make it
'Cause if
sound like that's a
somebody
poo-poo
that
thing.
has-
It's only good against Jedi Knight Revan, one of the best teams in the game. God forbid you have that Zeta in the
Yeah, but you know he's not in the top of
is
meta.
already really good against Jedi Knight Revan as it
I'm
is.
telling you, yeah. Oh,
And
beat
like
me with the, who
his
beat me?
his
Wait a minute
reconstruction.
here. These guys
If you're
gotta
hitting
get
somebody that
punished.
has death mark on him, he's gonna die regardless of that extra 25% damage.
Look, we're going to agree to disagree. I'm just telling you what works.
And also, I mean, it's 25% additional damage. Whereas like Jaws of Life on Malik, if that triggers, he's gonna kill somebody.
But again, that's if it triggers, right? All of these are like conditional things that we're looking at. They're all good Zetas. They all have conditions that show up, and we're like trying to differentiate between it. It's awful. They're all good.
Like Jaws of Life is the best Zeta between these two characters. Changed my mind.
I mean, they're all
Yeah.
they're all good.
They're all good
eventually
things.
you'll eventually need all of them. They're all really good Zetas, but yeah. Let's see. All right, let's do 2 more questions here. Let's see. Let's do Twitch here. We have the one Twitch question saved for the end. That's a fun question. So we'll do one more YouTube question here. Actually, we don't have any more YouTube. Actually, not from when I stopped collecting. So we're going to go to Twitch now. And Neo Venom Zaraki asks, do you think the following is a good idea? I was thinking about what might be in Mods 3.0, and I came up with an idea they could add. At Gear 10, you can have 2 6-dot mods. At Gear 11, you can have 4 6-dot mods. And at 12, you can have 6 6-dot mods.
That
No.
could be interesting, but
I don't think they're going to do that. The reason is there is, if between gear 10, 11, and 12, as you go from each level, the difficulty to gear them on average is considerably higher. Some of them are a little bit difficult earlier on. Like I think it was Canderous that makes like 8 and 9 ridiculously hard to gear up, but then 10 and 11 are really easy, and then 12 is just kind of like the standard. Problem is you're creating a linear progression with the mods, and that's not what they're going to want. Nor do they want you to get partial benefit on the way up to gear 12, right? So people are taking mods to 6E and making it so they're only usable on gear 12. Well, what happens with that? If somebody gets a new character, now you are forcing them to take them all the way to gear 12 in order to utilize their mods. So from a monetary standpoint, it doesn't make sense for them to allow for that transition. I also think that Mods 3.0 is not something coming soon. I think the only thing with mods that they may add is 6D, which would be the progression of 6E with whatever the next raid, or if it's somehow tied to the new territory battle raid or something like that, right? If they add something like that, that would be the next evolution of mods. I don't think they're going to change the way that it interacts with gear or anything like that. Go ahead,
I
Jeff.
don't want to think about 6D. As if the speed game wasn't bad enough already.
You're worried about the speed game. Speed is actually going to be maybe the least affected. Think about the way that they did the progression between 5A and 6E. Speed secondaries only added 1, right? Did you see how much like primary stats on health went up?
Yeah, the other ones got
primary on protection,
boosts, but like
offense went up from like what was it, 5.88 to like 16%.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see other stat. Well, speed is still gonna be king, right? The problem is every character will potentially be harder to hit because their protection and health is gonna be up, and their offense is gonna go up, so they're all gonna be hitting crazy amounts harder. There's a lot of issues with their progression with mods right now, because of the stats and the way that they're balancing out and the dependency on speed.
And how that the newer characters are all getting like stupidly high base stats already.
And that's going to be a problem if they ever introduce a new gear. Because if they ever introduce gear 12 or gear 13, all of gear 12 will now be added into the calculations of percentages for mods. And did you see how ridiculous some of those stats are? You're gaining 6,000 health from a single gear 12 plus piece. You're getting 2 gear 12 plus pieces that provide 12 health. 12 speed. So in addition, you're also going to get 1 speed just simply by going to gear 13, because that's going to add another 1% or another 1 speed, potentially 2, depending if it was like 159 or something on the character before gear 12. You're going to make it so they're adding 1 or 2 speed just simply by going to gear 12 because of the 10% speed calculation. So new gear can potentially destroy this game.
Mm-hmm.
There are some inherent issues with mods, which is why I think they're not doing anything with it yet, because they have to be really careful about what they do in terms of skewing all of the stats, because they can potentially break this entire game by doing it. A gear increase can potentially wreck this game. A new level of mods, less so, but could potentially destroy this entire game. So we might be stuck at 6E for a while with a bunch of other shiny like raids and stuff to distract us until they figure out exactly how to balance it. And I hope they figure out how to balance it. We don't get another mods 1.0 release nonsense again where everyone got like 8 times the what was it? 8 times the speed and stuff that we have currently. What was it, like people were getting like 30 speed secondaries on a base of some of these mods and the crazy health, and they had to roll everything back. That was just silly.
God.
Yeah.
Those are bad times.
Where your Royal Guard could have like 300k protection. It was stupid.
Nev said mods 3.0 will be quality of life changes, not new gear or high stats. We wouldn't call that mods 3.0. I do think that they're going to come out with quality of life changes, but we wouldn't necessarily call it mods 3.0 because it's not changing the way mods work, right? Like we got the update to all these mods with like the filtering and all that, but we didn't really call that mods 2.0.
Well,
Mods 2.0 was really when they changed the way that mods leveled and they added 6E and stuff. So
I could see like a mods 3.0 to where they add like additional set bonuses possibly.
that they could create new sets. We've seen screenshots before, well before, of like a retribution set, a protection set. But again, each of those can destroy the game.
Possibly.
Can you imagine some of these characters right now that are hitting as crazy as they are with a retribution set?
Let's just imagine
HK.
Imagine a Boba Fett thermal detonator team with a thermal detonator mod set.
Mm-hmm. They could wreck the game.
Detonators above my head in one turn. Oh, this is not good.
As much as we all hate the speed meta right now in the game, it's stable. We can't complain about that, right? The meta is stable. We know what we're trying to get. We're trying to get those speed mods. Any change in these mods are really going to mess up the game. So I think a mess with mods has to be taken very, very cautiously. I think quality of life changes are the only thing really they should be doing with mods for quite a while until they get the rest of their game figured out, because we've seen what they do with testing of characters.
Yeah, not much.
And last question, fun question from Fusion Gamer. Question: would you rather have to shave Chewbacca and see what's under the fur, or spend an evening cuddling with Jabba the Hutt? Easy, Jabba.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. It's like watching Brian and Family Guy. I'm not interested.
Jabba looks. I don't know about that. I think Jabba.
I
looks
can handle
cuddly
that,
as hell.
but seeing that, oh god.
Jabba looks cuddly. Now, the one downside is that if you're cuddling with Jabba, you know Jabba's the big spoon, because there's no way he would fit as a little spoon. Just saying.
I'm just saying that's horrifying. That just horrifies me in so many different ways.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose, so I'd do both.
You would shave Chewie while cuddling with Jabba? God. The worst thing ever.
There just aren't words.
You're gonna hear at the same time, just Grim in the middle, smiling.
Yeah, just you can't.
Awful. All right, I think we need to stop here.
Please, let's.
There's
stop
just
there.
some things you can't unsee in your mind.
Nope. Grim smiling while shaving Chewbacca and cuddling with Jabba. Oh God, if Silverbolt is watching, just saying.
Oh no.
The greatest thing.
Just make that picture of Grim. Just
The holocron. Oh God, the holocron is gonna end up showing a picture of Jabba shaving Chewie.
Don't Wookie.
All right, I think we need to stop. Oh God, Silverbolt said I'm ready.
Oh God.
This is gonna. Oh, we are putting that on
Grim.
shirts and everything.
Grim, God help you, friend.
Oh,
Join the Grim Shave and Cuddle Squad. That's what it's gonna be.
You'll see Grim in the slave Leia
squad is called
You'll see Grim in the slave Leia outfit.
Oh God. We have gone on a tangent. Okay, we need to wrap this up.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Very much appreciated. This has been our lunch hour. We went a little bit over, but that's okay. We had some questions we wanted to get to. So thanks for following, for everybody in Twitch. If you haven't followed us on Twitch, please do. We're almost at 200 followers. Very much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed already on YouTube, please subscribe on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on the video. We have another video coming out today, Finn. 3 o'clock. Do we have anything?
We'll have something. I don't think we're gonna have a video. We're gonna do something else though. But just be on the lookout.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna set my Grand Arena defenses. We haven't done the litter box defenses yet.
Oh.
So.
Okay. All right. And then at 5 o'clock, I'll do Battlefront on Twitch. So you Twitch followers, you'll get to see me play Battlefront with Force Master, Decepticons, whoever decides to show up. It's always a fun ass time. So very much appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for hanging out. Join our Discord. If you'd like the stuff that we're putting out and the content that we're putting out, please check out our Patreon. Very much appreciate our Patreon supporters. So thank you guys once again for being here. Stay tuned for 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. We'll get more content out to you guys. So have a great rest of your day. We'll holler at you later.